On what grounds have you come here today?
Many millions are dying, fighting in this war. And why do you think you individually are better than those poor people?
My name is Mr. Alfred Evan Jones, and I'm here today for my tribunal on the course of not wanting to go to war. Maybe you might have a son, a daughter. Would you like them to go and serve in the war? What if something dreadful happened to you? What would happen to you, a legacy?
I've seen men being killed on the front lines. Why do you think you deserve safety over them?
I wouldn't say it's an aspect of safety at all, because every day is unexpected. I would call it a different opportunity.
People, especially at our age, be against war, but you're always going to have people who agree with it. Depends on their upbringing, what they've seen online, people they surround themselves with. But I think most people nowadays would agree that we don't want war, we want to have a peaceful world. I've lost 2 of my sons due to the war, and my youngest have just gone to France. Personally, I think you're a coward. Not only have you let yourself down, but you let your country down. How dare you think you can play it safe while thousands are dying on the battlefield?
And I can really see where she's coming from. I can tell that she's had a very tough time.
How dare you prioritise yourself over Betty's poor sons?
I'd like to stress that I'm doing this as my duty to these young people, to these children, not to people of war, not to violence.
In World War I, British conscientious objectors were forced to defend their beliefs at tribunals. Students reenact the tribunals to explore the choices and dilemmas they faced.
Gwell angai na chywilydd.
The inscription means better death than shame.
So we're almost over a century on since that war. What do you think of that? Do you agree with that statement?
Disagree strongly, because no one's life should cost more than just being ashamed of not doing anything. Life is precious after all.
Today we are down at our local war memorial. It is for the Boer War, which took place in 1899 to 1902.
It now commemorates all the victims in Merthyr.
For me, a peace school is somewhere where everyone feels safe, everyone is respected, regardless of who they are.
What I am saying is the fact of they had that choice. They always had the option to follow suit, like myself and many others in our county who have faced a tribunal like I am today.
When we first started the Peace Project, the pupils of Cyfarthfa High School came up with a peace pledge. Cyfarthfa High School's pledge is, we are actively working to ensure that pupils develop rights respecting active citizens of our local community, Wales and the world.
So, if a Kaiser intruded into your home and attacked your sister, would you protect her?
It would be a very in-the-moment situation.
Would you kill said German?
I'd like to stress that I'm very against the aspect of violence towards anyone, no matter who they are. This German has come to attack me and my family. Yeah?
That is my reasoning, yes.
Yeah. But we are sending our troops over to their country to attack their family, their friends.
Yes, but if it is to protect...
Mrs. Betty Jones's sons, 2 of them have died in this war, and her 3rd one could be in France right now. Could be in France right now this second, in some stranger's house, needing to kill them for our country.
If you look at all the aspects, there's no cowardice involved, like whatsoever.
I believe that conscientious objectors are very brave, since they went against what people wanted.
Going to war is a very tough choice, and the fact that they said no, I won't conform to society's decisions and I won't do this, it was absolutely brilliant. I do think they've influenced the world itself.
We think of conscientious objection as maybe something that happened in history, but it is still happening today. We're really aware that people can suffer because of their beliefs, perhaps imprisonment in countries such as Eritrea, Israel, across the world really.
And it was just a blank wall, and we thought maybe something more personal should be on there, so inspirational quotes and a reminder that we as Cyfarthfa are a family.
Do you think having something that symbolises peace rather than war would help make a more peaceful society?
I think so, yeah, because the more people see it, the more likely people are going to act onto those beliefs.
Yeah, I could educate people who don't understand, they can learn about it then and make actions on it.
Wel, wrth gwrs yn hanesyddol, roedd y lle, roedd Merthyr Tydfil yn dref oedd yn enwog am gwrthwynebwyr cydwybodol, yn arbennig yn ystod y rhyfel byd. Mae'n bwysig bod y disgyblion yn deall hynny, maen nhw'n deall y trefdradaeth o ble maen nhw'n dod ac sut mae hynny yn siapio nhw ar gyfer y dyfodol.
Taking everything you have said into consideration, we as a tribunal have decided that we are going to deny your right to conscientious objection. Thank you.
You've got things like the pinks are things to do with the development of the Temple of Peace itself and the coordination of peace building. You've got blues are international solidarity, so links between communities in Wales and overseas.
83 years ago yesterday, Minnie James opened this Temple of Peace in hopes to create a peace for our future and for the younger generation. And we, as the younger generation, are standing here hoping to do the same for our school.
Students get really enthusiastic about unpacking their local peace heritage.
I pray this temple may come to be regarded by the people of my country, both our generation and those that are to follow, as a symbol of determination to strive for a world of justice and peace in the future.
Minnie James is from our hometown Merthyr Tydfil and she opened this Temple of Peace. I'm honoured to be able to visit the Temple of Peace today and learn about Minnie James, a woman from Dowlais. I've really enjoyed learning about how the Temple of Peace came about and how they wanted peace for future generations. I hope myself and along with my generation can carry on working on the peace project.
So what drives me to work for peace is I personally feel that war is an abomination against humanity. We've just been in the Temple of Peace and we've seen how many lives were lost in World War I, and that's been multiplied over the last century. It's almost unbelievable that in the 21st century we haven't found a different way of solving conflicts.
It was nice to see how all the different parts of the Temple of Peace was built from all different areas of Wales and the UK, and how it was very inclusive.
Minnie James built such an honourable legacy with she came here with no credits, just a girl from Dowlais.
What gives me hope, because work for peace can be quite hard, and I have been, as a Quaker, I've been working for peace for quite a long time. It is that actually it inspires hope for the future, and that through working for peace, I do believe that people can make positive change. It's about working for peaceful resolution of conflicts. It's about the work that I'm doing in schools to try to help young people to learn about and to implement peace and to work for peace.
Joining the Peace Schools Network and gaining accreditation as a Wales Peace School has been an amazing experience for our pupils, and we're continuing on our journey. Ultimately, it's given them some fantastic educational experiences, and we've seen the benefit to our pupils in developing critical thinking, creativity, being able to reflect on their own personal values on a school level, becoming ethical, informed citizens in the community, and thinking about their roles as global citizens. As we develop the new curriculum for Wales, this will become something that's a vital part, an essential part of our curriculum for all of our pupils. But every experience they had, I think, has contributed towards that.
Canir dydd ar chanir nos.